Welcome back, viewers. Just before we went to the break, we were speaking to Mr. Abdul Mannan. He was actually talking about why our youngsters are not going into the Indian restaurant trade. And one of my questions I was going to ask, but he actually was informing us why they're not and what he's doing about it. Can you just please clarify about the Gloucester University? You were involved in trying to get new generations involved in the industry.
Well, I mean, 2014, from Gloucestershire, which actually was not only Gloucestershire, well as the Bristol, Swindon, Oxford. I was nominated for Business Award of the Year, and which is we achieved that. And they actually found me and he approached me, the Gloucestershire College, which is a government college, very recognized. They got over 700 or 800 foreign students. They approached me, but of course, to helping the generations, helping the community and society out. I said, why not? They also have their training school, but rather than they are concentrating on that, they want me to be involved in it, and they directly got involved, and of course financially as well. So what we discover, we try, because that industry which is you're directly facing to clientele. Well, I'm talking about the college point of view, not only particularly Indian restaurants. So you do come across a lot of young generations. They haven't got enough confidence level. When you're directly facing to customers, directly serving them, creating the food, which some of them might be able to create that in a home as well, but they're coming and paying for it, so their expectation is a lot higher. So we are the people who are basically train them. We take them to the kitchen, get them to work with our chefs, different chefs, not only one particular chef. We put them in a different restaurants to get a different experience. I'm involved with Lauren Perrier Champagnes, which they actually sponsor me, one of my sponsors. They comes once every 3 months, train them how to pour champagne, because there's a lot of way you can pour champagne, how to drink champagne, how to explain to upsell. If someone say, for example, you went to a restaurant and you're asking for, okay, I'm going to order that dish, but what wine will go with it? What is the champagne going to complement me in that foods, right? So this sort of people we got involved, which is we train them, and their confidence level will be basically shoot up from there. Which is another way of saying
product knowledge.
Exactly. So it's not only about how to serve customers, how to cook food. It's about how you can complement each other, right? How your service start till finish. So it's not about with us Indian restaurants. What we find, a customer come, we take them to the table, give them a menu, take the order, bring the food. That's it. But there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to the service industry.
Yeah.
I mean, very which is I think around about I suppose in June last year, which I met Gordon Ramsay in Birmingham, NSC, which was in a food festival. And one thing he said very clearly is our industry is a service industry, which is a people find very quickly to make a complaint. But one thing which is very true, because you can go in a supermarket and you stand in a queue for 20 minutes before someone says, but we don't make any complaint. We go to buy a car, nobody's coming to basically assist us and what we really want. We don't make any complaint. We stand in a queue for 20 minutes, half an hour in a bank. Nobody make a complaint. But when this comes to the food industry, when this comes to the restaurants, if we are waiting more than 10 minutes, we are making a complaint, say oh, food has not been in the table. And that is a psychological way, because we are hungry, we went with because of the foods, and logically people think that that's the industry which is very easy to pick. So the people who are facing that, I'm talking about the person who's serving the table, he have to have the confidence enough to explain to the consumer, tackle the situation. That sort of confidence level we bring it to the people. Right, as I said, we create quite a lot of people which is like working in a very good places, like a place like Hotel Duvan, Montes Brasserie, and places like that, and which I feel very proud and privileged to basically pass the knowledge and help them to support. With our generations, like especially our Bengali community, will say, we don't show the motivations of the industry. That's what I find. We tell our children, I think you should be a doctor. I think you should be an engineer, right?
Most of the restaurant owners, their children themselves are not coming into the restaurant industry because their parents really don't want them to come in.
Why not? I don't I couldn't figure out myself. I couldn't figure out myself. Why not? If you think about it, if you really think about it, for someone to finish university, right, and go for and working for a farm, there's nothing wrong with it. As I said, end of the day, if you are not happy with something, you never can put 110%, right? And this industry is a hard industry. It's a lot of time and effort, and you have to put 110% to be successful. But if you are a qualified chef, what makes you to think you don't have a career? What makes you to think you earn less than a doctor?
Okay, I mean, in general, the rumor is that we do not give a lot of wages. The restaurant industry.
That's not true. I do disagree with that. I absolutely disagree with that. Because if you as I say, it's in your own ability, right? If you, as I said, if you are a general manager, if you are managing, right, there are two different manager. We call someone manager who just open the door and lock the door, right? Owner comes and cash up, right? And also a professional level a manager responsibility not only open the door and close the door of the establishments. There's a lot more to it. And when you are at that level, what makes you to think you're not earning than what you are earning in any other industry? In fact, in my point of view and what I see, you're earning a lot more.
Okay. Right? I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to ask Mr. Al-Mamoon Chaudhry to put some input on that. Why do you think the youngsters are not getting involved, or is our industry leaders doing anything about the very fact that these youngsters are not coming into the...
Well, it's basically, as you said before, there is a rumor. You can earn certain amount of money, you can't get too much. And as Manan Bhai said, he's training peoples. Obviously, they are going to the different directions, probably, maybe. And if you say, for example, if you are an Italian chef, if you are a 4-star, 5-star hotel chefs, that is different. They are getting good wages compared to our Indian ones. So,
why our Indian ones are not getting good wages? Maybe that is one of the main barrier why the youngsters are not coming into the industry.
It is, and also young people these days, they don't want to take too much pressure, stress, I can say, in bracket. Say, for example, as a small business, most of the small business we are running with limited staff in the kitchen or in the front even. So Friday, Saturday night, suddenly, everybody wants their food in same times, takeaway collection, even eating in. So there is a pressure created to serve the food, to look after the customers. So in that sense, everybody's running around like headless chicken. So you are asking them, do this, do that, and they get bit pissed off, okay, please, for God's sake, it's too much,
Yeah, I also think that, if you look at it, I'm not exactly saying, us restaurant are not doing good job. We are probably not thinking in the next level.
That's right.
Which I, Manbai said, we are making them to run, here, there, whichever way you say it. But as I said, if you are not professional yourself, if your manager, I'm coming to the manager, if your manager is not capable to assist and put them in the right directions, say okay, you got this section to run, you got that section to run, right? You told me, like, which is, I mean, I've been involved with that industry for such a long time. I haven't come across any Michelin Bengali chef.
True say, actually.
Yeah, but you look, every country in the world, they have a Michelin star chef. Why? Because is it restaurateur fault, or is it the people who are involved? Are they only working for, like, because of the wage, or do they have any passions to take it in the next level, right? Also, a restaurateur, as I said, are we showing any interest to the new generation to come? Are we saying, like, okay, Christmas, okay, it's not our religion, of course, right? But it's a country we live in where we are basically getting ready for Christmas busy period, right? Are we saying, like, okay, after Christmas or after New Year, we're going to have a staff party, right? Are we taking them to, like, basically, are we investing them to take them out in a different restaurant and tell them, look, that's what they serve, that's the way they serve, that's the presentations.
Let's go and experience
that. But why? We just, like, no, we're going to spend £500-600. I mean, every year, at least 12 to 15 times, we'll have a, like, staff gathering. We'll have a staff meeting. Staff training. We'll take them out. We'll invest the money on the company fund, of course, right? We take them to the different town. We take them to, like, basically, I don't know, like, for a bowling. We take a lot of different things, because if what I believe, right? To run a restaurant, as Mounbai said, we need 5 staff. We got limited people, like, but I only got 2 hand, right? But I need 10 hand, right? So my other, like, 8 hand is important, same level as my own hand.
Yeah.
To give the full package, right? And that's what it is. We not, like, giving any encouragement to generation, because truth is that it's a very fun industry if you make it fun. Right?
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is very,
setting up a restaurant and running a restaurant doesn't has to be tedious and hard work. It can be very fun.
Of course. I mean, and it's also a great education. I mean, like, the reason is,
We've got 1 minute to break, so
no, that's fine. Okay. The reason it's a great education is because you met so many different kind of people. You pick up a knowledge from them by talking to them without realizing yourself. Right, and you go to different level, be honest, because with the textbook we just learn thing straight. But by talking to you right now, talking to Mounbai, I probably picked up a lot of things, which is I don't even realize myself.
Which is important. Now we're just going to go to the break, and we're coming back again. Viewers, please stay tuned. See you after the break. Thank you.